Yo guys, what is going on? Got some EX1 gameplay for you guys. So we got two black decks going at it. On the left, I am playing Machinedramon, lots of machine, lots of cyborg Digimon, lots of big blockers. And then my opponent on the right is going to be playing Diaboromon. So really cool deck, got lots of support out of the EX1 set. You see there, I'm going to play the Guardramon for a memory cost of 5. Not the best opening, but I do have a blocker on field, especially one is 6,000 to prevent my opponent from swinging early. He's going to then follow up with the BT5 Keramon, playing for 3, and then grabbing a Kurisarimon from those top 5 cards to his hand, and then putting the rest on the bottom of the deck. So Diaboromon, lots of new consistency cards. Not only do you have Black Memory Boost now, but you've also got Analog Youth, who not only helps you get a Digimon to your hand, but also helps you set up for your Arata Tamer later on in the game. So then we're going to just see another copy of the Keramon there, and then revealing the top 5. There is the Arata, and then going to grab probably a Diaboromon. There says a BT2 Diaboromon. We also saw the new Infernamon as well, the one that during your opponent's turn you can actually gain a memory if they evolve into a level 5 or higher Digimon, so that would have been pretty handy because I'm actually going to evolve into Metal Tyrannomon. So Metal Tyrannomon has the effect where you can Digivolve him, and then reveal the top 3 cards to your deck, and then add a level 6 machine type, which I do believe there's a couple of those in the game aside from Machinedramon, but realistically Machinedramon is the only one you're going to get, and then you trash the rest of the cards. So I did that so that I could get access to my Machinedramon, because that is the boss monster of the deck, and then probably start swinging early, because I know he's not going to put up any real blockers. I've got a 7,000 Digimon on field, and then the Guardramon also has the inherited effect where I can discard a cyborg when attacking and draw 2 cards, so I think I really want to take advantage of that as early as possible. We're going to then see the Infernamon Digivolve for a 3 cost, leaving me with 3. You also see the Ultimate Connection in my trash there. That's the 1 cost option card that lets you discard a level 5 cyborg, you gain 2 memory and draw 1, so it's essentially a Black Hammer Spark, but then you also get to draw a card as well as set up your trash with your level 5 cyborgs, which is what the deck wants to do because you're playing a ton of them, lots of different names. You got Megadramon there, you got Metal Tyrannomon, Metal Mamimon as well, so I'm going to just discard that, draw 2 cards, run into a Keramon, so nothing big in security, and I'm thinking I probably want to put him to 2 or less, just because I know a Diaboromon coming down is going to be a big threat. So I'm just going to play the Mechanorimon, leaving him with 1, and then Arata is going to put him to 2, preventing him from being able to go into Diaboromon and attack in the same turn, unless we see some shenanigans here. But most likely I'm safe from that for now. But my opponent is going to hatch his Hag and then go into the Keramon. So lots of consistency cards in the Diaboromon deck. The Keramon lets you draw 1 every time you play a token or something like that, and then the Tsunomon lets you draw a card whenever you're attacking one an unidentified Digimon. So we're going to see the EX1 Diaboromon now on, as long as that guy is on the field. Every single Diaboromon on my opponent's field has the keyword blocker, so now he's got the 11,000 blocker on the field, and then if he generates a token like he did with the Arata there, that is also going to be a blocker as well. So he's got a lot of board presence, and now the tokens can actually function as something aside from just being a body on field. They can be blocker as well as decoy, because we've got that promo Kurisarimon as well. So I'm going to go ahead and Digivolve into the Chikurimon there, which is really nice card. It's actually a nice counter to the Diaboromon, because if he does attack at security and he hits one of those, I can devolve it, and then it'll turn off blocker on all my opponent's tokens. So first of all, we're just going to see the Metal Tyrannomon attack. I'm going to discard a card and then draw 2 cards, and then he is thinking here whether to block or not. I don't think there's necessarily a reason to not block. I don't have really enough memory to be able to do something else, but regardless, I'm going to hit a Armageddonmon in security and die to that anyways, which is honestly fine because more ultimates in my trash lets me set up for the Machinedramon. We're going to go ahead and attack with the Toy Agumon. He's going to block that, and of course I'm going to use the Pagumon Inherited, reveal the top card, and it was a memory boost, so I don't get to add it to my hand, and then we are just going to activate Gewalt Schwarmer. It is going to delete all 7 cost or lower Digimon on the field, including my Mechanorimon, but it does get rid of 2 of his own Digimon. Now the unfortunate part is that the token Diaboromon tokens are 14 play cost, so they actually do not die to that effect. Then we're going to see my opponent starts turn, gain a memory with the Arata, and then bring out that Keramon, and with 7 memory to work with, now we're seeing some shenanigans. So we're going to see the Kurisarimon, which gives all of your Digimon with the same name Decoy Black and White. So if he becomes into a Diaboromon, every Diaboromon on my opponent's side of the field will then have the decoy keyword as well as blocker because of the EX1 Diaboromon, and then of course that applies to the tokens as well. So then we're going to see the Infamon Digivolved for 3, leaving my opponent with 2 memory. So then if we see another Diaboromon here, he could then trigger the token generating effect of Arata, and then have decoy abilities on the field. Now he is going to pop the token for the Armageddonmon. Maybe he feared some sort of like Zwart play or something like that. I'm really not sure that was the most optimal play, but it does put a 15,000 body on field, and my deck honestly does not have a lot of removal, so it's kind of working in my opponent's favor in all honesty. So we're going to go ahead and start the turn by using an Iron Fisted Onslaught and just getting rid of the Armageddonmon straight up. So my opponent is back at 8 memory. I did get rid of a big threat, but giving my opponent 8 is definitely not the ideal scenario. So then we're going to see him Digivolve into the Keramon, play another Arata for a cost of 3. So then when we see the Diaboromon hit the field, it is going to be that much more impactful. Not only that, but if he does summon a Diaboromon here, all of the tokens will gain Rush because of the Kurisarimon. So we're going to see Diaboromon Digivolve for 3, and then 3 tokens are going to be generated, 1 from the BT5 Diaboromon, and then 2 from each of the Tamers there. So not only will he gain 3 tokens that have decoy blocker, he also draws 3 from the Keramon inherited effect because it's not once per turn, and then they also all gain Rush. So lots of crazy shenanigans going on here. You guys can see Diaboromon is actually really crazy deck. So we're going to swing with one of the tokens, swing with another one of the tokens. That will trigger the Chikurimon. The token actually doesn't die, but I'm going to de-digivolve the Diaboromon there. Now my opponent actually did add it back to hand mistakenly. I do apologize about that, guys, but regardless, it did get the threat off the field. So we're just going to see the tokens attack, and then with just a couple of memory left, it is possible he could go into like the promo generating Diaboromon, or potentially have another one in hand. But with only 1 security, regardless of what he does, I don't really think I can out his field. Even if I hit like an Ultimate Flare, Iron Fist Onslaught, anything like that, realistically he's got just enough pressure to be able to delete me. So then to be able to defeat me, delete me, yes, completely wipe my face off the earth. So anyway, so he's going to go into the Diaboromon for 4. I'm going to start with 1, which is again really unfortunate because I do believe I had the Machinedramon in my hand since I searched it, but I can't actually set it up because I don't have 2 memory, and unfortunately Machinedramon is a card similar to Darkdramon as opposed to Bellstar, where you need to have the appropriate memory beforehand. It doesn't reduce its cost in hand, but you do gain the memory back afterwards. So we're just going to play the black memory boost, hoping there's something in my security, but there probably will not be. So then we're going to bring out the Keramon, and you can see just the boards on Diaboromon are just so difficult to deal with. Once they get set up with a couple of decoy blockers and all the different play costs, and not only that, but then the tokens protect you from Iron Fist Onslaught, and then they can't be Gewaltschrummers and everything like that. It's just really difficult to deal with. So we're going to swing into 1 security, swing into another, and then that is going to be game, guys. So anyways, that is going to be the video. A little bit of a short one, but did just want to show you guys what Diaboromon is capable of. But let me know down in the comments below if you do want to see more of either of these decks. The Diaboromon list I will actually have linked in the description below if you do want to check that out. But anyways, guys, that is going to be the video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.